I'm not really sure where, like, the idea of it being successful first came out. I guess from the first show, it was clear that, there's a lot of talent and people were willing to come out and support it in a basement. I've been operating Bushnell for about 3 years. I mean, I had been going to house shows for a while, and basically, I guess I moved in here, and then it took a couple months for me to like go in the basement and see like that it was huge and like sort of make the connection that like we could have a house show here. And I mean, there's always room for more house shows or more house venues.
But it was not just a venue, it was more like a home to non-native members of Pittsburgh, just like Julia Carbone.
I'm new in the scene, and I felt really welcome there. Stu was a really welcoming, great guy. I'm originally from Utica, New York. I only knew about like 6 people, so I met a lot of people going to shows around here, and then through Stu got booked at the Schnell and met a ton of people there at that show, and people who I have made connections with, like other local bands, and good lifelong pals, I'd say. A lot of the venues around the area will only book like 4 or 5 band gigs at max, because people sometimes get bored or it's just too much too late. But Stu has no fear in that realm. He'll book like 8 or 9 bands, no questions asked, and it'll go smooth sailing, no problem at all.
And while Ben Herdman is not a musician, he has attended well over 50 shows at the Bushnell and knows the importance of the approachability of a venue just like this.
I think it's really important to have a place where people can gather and really put on for like the do-it-yourself scene. The Bushnell is just sort of like infamous, like kind of everybody around here knows about it, and I definitely think there's a lot of people who've gone there and seen their friends perform, and seen just some people that they met online, linked up with them at the Schnell for the first time. It's definitely really good for the scene around here. House shows, basements, you can just go and hang out with your friends, listen to some music, get everybody together.
And as the doors of the Bushnell are closing in June, the community that made it its home today sees a hopeful future even after the last waltz is performed and the lights are drawn down.
The couple of house venues I know that are really into booking things right now with like touring bands and locals together, hopefully they will continue the tradition that the Bushnell has paved and keep booking everybody that deserves to play.
When the Bushnell started, that was a time where there were like no house venues. I think, like there was one in South Oakland, but it got shut down and there was like literally nothing. So that sort of helped pick up steam for the beginning at the Bushnell, because there is a need for that, especially. And I think the longer there's a need, there's more likelihood for people to step in and like make it happen.